Hello and welcome to this very exciting episode of U.Gov. U.Gov is all about you and the government. We talk about government functions and we also look at citizens' corresponding obligations. Yes, you as a citizen, you have a role to play in your society. I am Itohan Olomu-Agbodo. We want to go on a very quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. This week on Edibox, we'll take a look at civic responsibility. Civic responsibility refers to actions that are not required by law but are helpful to the community and involve citizens working for the common good. Examples of civic responsibility include voting, picking up litter, participating in local government, and volunteering in the community. Civic responsibility can also include helping promote community activities, encouraging corporate giving to help the community, working to register voters, advocating for the needy, obeying all laws, and behaving in an ethical manner. You get to find out more on the show.
LoveWorld Plus website is your #1 trusted companion as we make sure we never leave you without a smile. Using a world-class design for an easier user experience across the world. We make sure that you get the freshest and latest news on our news platform. And on entertainment, we get you covered. Find out what's going on in the world of sports as we are there to give you numbers. And with our social affairs shows, we keep you in the know. Enjoy the Word of God each day, as one word from God will change your life forever. We also give you an opportunity to communicate with us through prayers and through your partnership. It's a whole new experience with the LoveWorld Plus website, as we help you create your own atmosphere everywhere you go. LoveWorld Plus, taking you beyond television.
You're welcome back. If you just joined us, this is U.Gov, and this week we are taking a look at civic obligations, civic responsibility. As I said at the beginning, you as a citizen, you have a role to play in your society. So what are these roles? First of all, we want to go to the street to find out what Nigerians think they can do in building their society, in helping the nation to develop, because it's part of your civic responsibility. Take a listen.
I can't say because my mind is no. I can't say for now. Please.
I pray for Nigeria, make Nigeria great up.
Nigeria has a very landmass and is well recognized in the whole world. It's a country that needs to set a pace in Africa. It's blessed with mineral resources. But if all Nigerians know all this, Nigeria is a better place to live. But if all Nigeria did not know all this, to achieve this aim is going to be long. But the better way is to be united and to amass the resources for the betterment of every one of us and for the betterment of the future of this country. This country is so blessed. The weather is good in any part of the world. You know, most of the foreign people, they go to the just to go and relax. But we don't know the value of what God has given to us in this nation. Nigerian leaders, Nigerian citizens, the secret for betterment of upliftment is to come together and forget about nationality, tribal, religions, and come together.
I don't know. The only thing that is on my head right now is to make money. That's all.
quite interesting. Some people out there actually point out problems, but when it's time to give solutions, they actually are short of words. But some people said we should pray for the nation, and we will keep praying for our beloved country, Nigeria. This week, we are taking a look at civic obligations, civic responsibilities. You're going to find out more about your duties as a citizen in this beloved nation, Nigeria. And we have Adelugba Olumide standing by to tell us a bit about civic responsibility. Take a listen.
Talking about civic responsibility, in some situation, the word is being interchangeably used as a civic duty or civic obligation. So before I go into that detail, I would like to briefly talk about the etymology of the word civic itself. The etymology of civic itself, it took its origin from a Latin word called civicus, meaning citizen. Now, if you are going to talk about civic responsibility, now we are talking about the citizen's responsibility or the citizen duty, which simply means the duty or responsibility of a citizen in a particular society. So now, talking about the obligation aspect of it, obligation simply means an act or a course of action that is either legally or morally bound. Now, we are talking about the aspect of a civic responsibility, talking about the civic duty. The civic duty can be related to the aspect that talks about the legal aspect of a civic or citizen's responsibility. While the other one, which is the moral aspect, is talking about the civic responsibility. So in two ways now, we are talking about both the legal aspect of the responsibility, the legal aspect of what is expected of a citizen, and the moral aspect of what is expected of a citizen. So which are classified under both the civic duty and the civic responsibility. Now, what are we actually talking about in this, or trying to drive home in this topic under discourse? We are talking about what is expected of a bona fide citizen or a patriotic citizen in a particular society. It is expected of a citizen to ensure that he fulfills all obligations that makes him or her a good ambassador of that particular society or country or nation that it belongs to. So this in itself is talking about that even at the fact that you have a responsibility to fulfill as a citizen, you also have rights as a citizen as well. So in the course of our discussion, we are still going to talk about what the responsibilities, the actual responsibility, or what the types of obligations that the citizen actually has. Now, talking about civic obligations, there's an aspect of it again that is talking about the democratic responsibility of a citizen. It is part of the responsibility of a citizen that he or she belongs or participates in the political activities of the nation or country that he or she belongs to. Now, so many of the countries of the world today, governors are being left in the hands of mediocres. Why? Because most of the citizens don't really understand what their role is in terms of governance. And because of this, a lot of people, a lot of educationists have come up with curriculum development to factor in what we call civic education in order to expose the people and the citizen from the cradle, right from the basic classes, to expose them to all the fundamentals of civic obligations and responsibility, for them to get acquainted to what their responsibilities are in terms of governance, in terms of taking responsibility, in terms of philanthropic responsibility, in terms of selfless services, in terms of making sure that they train themselves to become a patriotic citizen of that particular nation, being a good ambassador of such nation. Those are part of the things that civic education exposes the people to. So now that countries of the world are taking it upon themselves, now that right from the cradle, these children, pupils are being trained on understanding the fundamentals of civic responsibility, taking them through the civic education. It is gradually helping our governance. It is gradually helping to reduce the decadence in the society. It is gradually helping to reduce all the various menace in the society. And with this, we will discover that is the only way a nation can develop or can grow. A nation can never get developed more than the quality of its citizen. And for you to have a quality citizen, there's need for you to expose them to what is called civic education. The word obligation is more encompassing in this, because obligation takes care of both the legal aspect and the moral aspect. The moral aspect seems to be the voluntary, while the legal aspect seems to be the one that is legally bounding the people. The legal aspect is what we call the civic duties, while the moral aspect can generally be called the civic responsibility. So both are usually used interchangeably, but the little disparity between the two is that one is legal, while the other one is moral. So when we talk about the legal aspect, we are just talking about what you are expected, what the laws demand from you as a citizen, how you need to obey the rule of law, how you need to uphold the rule of law, how you need to ensure that all the tenets or the dictates of the law of the land, it is being followed at early. When you adhere to those tenets, it makes you a good citizen, a citizen that is taking the obligations or taking the duty, is our duty as a citizen with care. While in the other aspects, which is talking about the responsibility, they are just the general philanthropic, selfless services, seeing yourself as an individual that you believe that in the society, for the society to be good, there's a role that you play as an individual, and you ensure that you present yourself so patriotic to the point that you are a change agent in the society. You are a contributive part of the society. So, like I said earlier, I said that no nation will ever develop more than the quality of the people that it has. So the quality of these people has to do with what they imbibe, what they stand for, what they possess, what their characteristics are, what they are exposed to, what the society makes them to do, how they try to manage themselves to become a better person, considering all the prevailing factors in the society. Those are all the things that that equip you to be a citizen with value, a citizen that understands and that takes care of the morals and the value of the society.
Quite interesting. That's Olumide Adelugba telling us about the definitions, general definition or concept of civic obligations, civic responsibilities, and he also gave us some examples like voting, like participating in governance and things like that. We want to go on a quick break and we'll take a listen to the end part of that interview. Stay with us.
Lovework Plus website is your #1 trusted companion as we make sure we never leave you without a smile. Using a world-class design for an easier user experience across the world, we make sure that you get the freshest and latest news on our news platform. And on entertainment, we get you covered. Find out what's going on in the world of sports as we are there to give you numbers. And with our social affairs shows, we keep you in the know. Enjoy the Word of God each day, as one word from God will change your life forever. We also give you an opportunity to communicate with us through prayers and through your partnership. It's a whole new experience with the Love World Plus website, as we help you create your own atmosphere everywhere you go. Love World Plus, taking you beyond television.
You're welcome back. This is still GOV, and this week we are taking a look at civic responsibility, civic obligation as a citizen in your country. Any country that you belong to, you have your roles to play. And this week, Olumide Adelugba has been talking about some of those roles. He's going to be talking about maintenance of public facilities, public infrastructure, how do citizens actually go about maintaining these facilities that are put in place by the government? What should they do? What role does civic responsibility, or how does civic responsibility come into play in terms of maintenance of infrastructure? Take a listen.
There is a research that I engaged in some times back. The research actually dealt with facility management in the society. If you see today, most of, even to the tertiary level, facility management is not actually being taught in our curriculum. Whereas, and that is why you see public facilities getting so decayed at a very, very fast pace. You see where government spend billions of naira on public facilities, and in another 2-3 years, the facilities looks like it has been in existence for over 30 years. And this is what is not happening in advanced country. In advanced country, citizens are being trained consciously to take facilities of government with care. And the only way to drive this compliance is for us to ensure that our facility management education of the people is taken down to the primary level, to the basic classes, whereby pupils are being trained on how to take care of government facilities, how to maintain facilities such that it is going to it's talking about road users. It's talking about facilities whereby you get to a bus stop, you see all the chairs where at the bus terminal where people are supposed to sit to wait for bus transit, and you see all the chairs being damaged. You then ask yourself, how did this chair get damaged? You get to a bus stop, posters are being pasted all around. All these things are defacing the society. All these things are acts of unpatriotism, and those are the things that we expect education to take care of. It's about the morals. It's about teaching the people on how to take care of the facility of government. This is not supposed to be for just an adult. This is not supposed to just be left in the hands of parents and guardians. It is supposed to get to the four walls of the classroom, right from the cradle, teaching the people on how to take care of every facilities that comes their way, including what even personally belongs to them. Taking care of what belongs to you. When you take care of what belongs to you very well, you'll be able to take care of what belongs to others very well. So therefore, facility management should not just be taken lightly in society development. It should be taken, the education and the awareness of facility management should be taken down to the primary schools, to be taken down to the secondary schools, where people are going to be nurtured and being trained on how to take very, very good care of public facilities. It is all about patriotism. As a patriotic citizen, it is your duty that our common patrimony, our common heritage, all that belongs to the country that we see as our pride should be adequately taken care of. And that is just your own part. You know, like I said earlier, I said the government has their responsibility. As a good citizen that you present yourself, you have a duty, you have a responsibility to perform. Now, the government also in its own place has your right to also protect. Now, both are working hand in hand. When you present yourself well, you are sending a signal to the society that this is the way to do it right. Now, your life is becoming an example to others. You are teaching others too, through your own behavior, that this is the way to do things right. You say don't take a pet drink and litter the floor with the plastic. It is defacing the society. We say don't paste posters on walls or on public properties. It is defacing the society.
Well, quite interesting. He ended by advising Nigerians to actually change their attitude towards things that belong to the government, because those things, they don't belong to the government, they belong to the society, and you belong to that society. You are a member of the society. At the end of the day, you are affected. So try and do your best to maintain public structures, to maintain public facilities. They are for your benefit. They are for our benefit. We have some more tidbits for you. Well, that's the much we can take this week on U.gov. I hope you were able to gain insights into some more civic responsibilities, civic duties, or obligations. Some other time, we'll be taking a look at civic rights. You, as a citizen, you also have some rights that must accrue to you as a citizen of a nation. We'll take a look at that some other time. But if you have comments for us, we'd like you to log on to our website on www.loverplus.tv. I am Itohan Olomu-Agbodo. Bye for now.